Do you need an Aadhaar for your mobile phone connection or for your gas connection or for social schemes or to open a new bank account? You've probably been wondering about all these questions for many months now because it's been at the heart of a huge debate over where your Aadhaar card really applies and whether you really need an Aadhaar card at all to function in this country. Well, months after the Supreme Court said that privacy is a fundamental right, now the Supreme Court has upheld the constitutional validity of Aadhaar. 3 judges of the 5-judge constitutional bench concurred over the constitutional validity of Aadhaar, while Justice Chandrachud gave a dissenting verdict calling Aadhaar unconstitutional. The Supreme Court, however, has brought a series of safeguards to make Aadhaar privacy safe. Aadhaar will not be mandatory, for instance, on mobile connections, school admissions, bank accounts, and private companies cannot seek any Aadhaar data whatsoever. Students will also not be required to furnish Aadhaar card for CBSE, UGC and NEET examinations. The Aadhaar, however, will be mandatory to file income tax returns and applying for a permanent account number or PAN card. So remember, if you need a PAN card, you have to have an Aadhaar card as well.
कोर्ट ने अपहोल्ड करते हुए फैसले को बैलेंस किया है कि आधार में जो डिटेल्स हैं उसमें प्राइवेसी का भी मुद्दा है, इसलिए वो थर्ड पार्टीज को, टेलीफोन कंपनीज को, उनको ना दिया जाए। मेरे हिसाब से कोर्ट ने बहुत अच्छा बैलेंस स्ट्राइक किया है।
पहली बात तो कोई निजी कंपनी आधार कार्ड किसी भी चीज के लिए नहीं मांग सकती, कोई बैंक नहीं मांग सकता, कोई मोबाइल कंपनी नहीं मांग सकती, कोई एयरलाइन नहीं मांग सकती, कोई स्कूल नहीं मांग सकता। आधार कार्ड सिर्फ सरकारी स्कीम्स जिसमें कि कोई सब्सिडी दी जाती है उसी में मांगा जा सकता है, और उसमें भी किसी भी व्यक्ति का अगर बायोमेट्रिक आइडेंटिफिकेशन फेल करता है तो सिर्फ उस आधार पर उसको उसका जो एंटाइटलमेंट है उस स्कीम में वो डिनाई नहीं किया जा सकता।
Now let's recap for you because everyone is curious about how this changes their life or how it doesn't change your life. Many people have linked their Aadhaar to their mobile phones and their other connections. Let's take a look at what Aadhaar verdict means for you and me.
Let's just tell our viewers where you will require your Aadhaar card after this verdict. For your income tax return, you need your Aadhaar card. You would also need your Aadhaar card if you're applying for your PAN card. So for your PAN number, Aadhaar has also been made mandatory. What are the other for availing government schemes? The government you will require the Aadhaar card, but the government can't deny these schemes if you don't have the Aadhaar card. Now, apart from this, there are certain places where a lot of people are worried about, the bank accounts, phone numbers, and those spam messages that all of us were getting for many months about linking your Aadhaar to those. Well, the government, let's now take a look at the things which are have been de-linked or which are not mandatory as far as the Aadhaar is concerned. So, what are the things you do not require your mobile your Aadhaar card for the mobile connection? Airtel, Vodafone, Idea cannot ask you to present your Aadhaar card to give you a connection. Now, private companies, so the private companies, when they were offering people jobs and for any services, they were asking for Aadhaar number. They can't take and store your Aadhaar data. They can't ask you for that number after this card. School admissions. There were a lot of cases in which admissions were being denied because people were asked for Aadhaar identity. That is also not required now. And also with your bank accounts, this was one of the major, messaging menace that was created. Link your Aadhaar card to your bank accounts. That also is now not mandatory. CBSE, UGC and NEET, for these examinations, there was a huge controversy. In fact, petitions were filed in the court in this as well, that how can they ask about the mandatory Aadhaar card for these examinations as well. Aadhaar card is not mandatory any longer. Court has not only said that this is good in law, the Aadhaar stands the judicial scrutiny, but it is not mandatory. The court has once again revived the Aadhaar as a voluntary scheme in most of the things rather than it being compulsory.
And given this is Aadhaar we're talking about, which has been the centerpiece of such a big privacy debate and politics, Politics has positively exploded after the verdict from the constitutional bench of the Supreme Court. Finance Minister Arun Jaitley has hailed the verdict. The opposition has, of course, said that this is only a vindication of what they've been attacking the government about.
Mr. Ravi Shankar Prasad, do you think that you have triumphed in this case, or there is a certain lesson for you in the court order?
No, not triumph. A great day of history for democratic polity and empowerment of the poor, underprivileged. That's what Aadhaar is about. A great day for vindicating the principle of good governance, accountability. It promotes good governance for fair, transparent delivery. I think Aadhaar in that way, what we have been advocating, if you see the preamble, I was myself involved in the drafting with Arun Jaitley, and that in order to promote good governance. Therefore, Aadhaar in that way is a great vindication of our stand. And remember, Rahul, UPS Aadhaar was Niradhar.
Today's order does trim down the spread of Aadhaar. Trim down in terms that the government has been made liable for the data which is being generated and being authenticated and the metadata. It has removed, the courts have removed the private players from it.
No,
was that...
No, first of all, let's be clear about it. Welfare measures through Aadhaar, okay. Income tax through Aadhaar, okay. PAN card through Aadhaar, okay. So while they are upholding the fairness of service delivery, they are equally being harsh on money laundering and transparency in the financial system.
But you allowed telecom companies to collect data and even...
No, just a minute. On telecom, we had a view. There was a direction in the court. Now the court has taken a contrary view. We'll look into it. I think you don't nitpick it today. The larger framework of Aadhaar has been upheld. Maybe there is a direction and suggestion for the government that individual services needs to be calibrated with law or need to be examined in more detail. We'll look into it.
Thanks for watching the video. For more such news and updates, please like, share and subscribe to India Today. Also check out our other great videos from our channel. We know you will love to.